So this is Saratoga from the Great Battles of American Revolution from the tripag. So it's got the mounted board here and thick counters. Do a quick playthrough here on the battle. So the British come in the corner here. They need to take Freeman's Farm, and probably up here at Beeman's Heights. And the Americans want to prevent that. But like the light colored blue guys can move, and the dark blue guys are kind of set there until a certain point activated. And Benedict Arnold's there, so he would prefer to come down here and prevent the British from taking Freeman's Farm. The map here is pretty nice graphics. These are nice quick battles. I've played this one before, but we'll do the this one, a little playthrough here. This ravine here, the Great Ravine, is very steep. And this terrain of this whole battlefield is got hills on it, but it's really rolling, and the woods are of today may not be what it was then, but it's somewhat thick, particularly up around the Great Ravine here. And the banks down to the Hudson River are pretty steep in themselves. So it's interesting is this is pretty hilly up here, and it kind of slopes down and then up. So interesting little battlefield here, and we'll see how it goes. So this is the end of turn 3. Basically there's moderate fog on turns 1 and 2 for the British, so they slowly moved. They moved a bit quicker. This turn 3 moved up. The Germans are kind of moving down this way. The Americans are. Arnold's moving down to Freeman's Farm. And then the wing, Gates's wing is kind of filling out where Arnold is moving out of. So we'll see what happens on turn 4. How quickly, who meets in Freeman's Farm first? Or does the Americans hold up in the woods and let the British come across the open spaces? We shall see. So this is the end of turn 4. You can see Gates' wing is still sitting there. Arnold's moved out for consolidating in the woods here. The British have moved up doing the same. There, Morgan's covering this road down here. How long he can hold with just 2 guys is going to be interesting, with that whole force coming down on him. So it looks like fighting may start during turn 5. The reinforcements are coming up on the river road here. So this is turn 5. And things are not going fairly well for the Americans right off the bat. Arnold was involved in the battle here and took a casualty. The units held, except took 1 hit there, but they're kind of surrounded on 3 sides. The Germans have moved up there, and the Americans are consolidated in the forest there. British are coming up around. So, see how this goes with that one leader on their side with two British leaders. And the Germans coming up from the south. So let's see how things go. So this is the end of turn 6. Some bad things happened to both sides, except the British, they lost 2 units, got captured because they couldn't retreat outside the glare. But the Germans attacked here, forced a loss on the Americans, forced some retreats. British up here forced retreats, but disrupted 3 units, forced them pushed out. So they basically got Freeman's Farm, but most importantly, up here is the morale of Britain is still staying high, and the Americans just went under the line. And they lost Arnold last turn, so that's not helping, but negated by the capturing of the 2 units. So on to turn 7. So this is the end of turn 7 down here at Freeman's Farm. Things are not looking up for the Americans. Their army morale is plunged because of captured 3 units and taking damage, step losses. And the British kind of did a nice pincer movement. So Arnold basically got surrounded a little bit right here because of the British were able to get a double move. They were on the bottom turn of the turn 6. They won the initiative in 7, so they went twice in a row, and it really hurt the American player. Up here, the pinned units, the Americans trying to force the native unit out of there. Rolled 0. He was actually good odds, and some bad rolls on the American player here. But Gates is maybe coming in. He starts rolling to be released. Hopefully they can hold here along this creek bed and the farm here to hold off for a bit, because basically Freeman's Farm is British owned at this moment. So this is the turn of end of turn 8. The Americans were able to reform a bit of a line, rally some guys, and improve their morale. Captured some units, but also they lost units earlier in the turn. But kind of stabilizing the front as best they can. So we'll see what happens in turn 9. So this is the end of turn 9, and things are not looking good for the American player here. Guess it's a combination of poor die rolls, me playing some optimal for both sides, but basically with the poor die rolling, it's really affecting the American player, and then getting the double turn for the British. So the British were able to break the American line here, push through, surround some units. Allied units are not rallying, and they are now, their army morale is down into the wavering, so that's really not helping. And since they have control of Freeman's Farm, I don't think they're going to be able to get 3 turns it back, but hopefully they can hold the heights here, because the Germans, I was thinking of running to the road, but I mean, it's going to take a few turns to get up to the heights. Or should I just move them up here? to help the British up here, because now Gates is going to probably be shifting some units, but they got to leave units to garrison. So, see what happens the next turn. So, this basically ended on turn 10, because the British knocked American morale down to 0, and the game immediately ended. Basically through the combats here, killing some units. I didn't even finish out the turn. Still like this puzzle of a game, a really nice one. But if I played this a little bit better for the Americans, more plays, I could probably come with a better strategy. Probably not having Arnold rushing down and kind of getting units surrounded. But nice little game here. And so onward to the next.